saying out loud. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's episode.
Here we are again, baby. Getting weird on a Wednesday. Why you wanna get weird with me on a Wednesday? Maybe you're here to cancel me. Why you wanna cancel me, girl? Oh boy, oh non-binary motherfucker here trying to ruin my day. Why you wanna cancel me on a Wednesday? Maybe it's 'cause you don't like me or my green shirt. You'd have to be watching the video to get that one. Ooh, getting weird on a Wednesday, it's the best day if you're weird like me. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give you an intermission to go get a washcloth and clean up that mess on your seat because somebody's soaking. Stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. First time here, I apologize, okay? I apologize for the silky smooth voice that I just dropped on you. All day on a Wednesday. Listen, I'll never apologize for it. Yeah, I just did. Well, this is what gaslighting is. I just confused the fuck out of you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. One, come all, whatever that means, okay? It's Wednesday, hump day, baby. Hope you're humping on this day, getting it in. Get in where you fit in, okay? We're just wiggling and giggling. Listen, feeling good, feeling right. Your boy's been hitting them sets, slinging them jokes, giggle slinging, getting through it, all right? Sticking to the routine. I'll tell you guys this. When you stick to your routine, when you're getting up in the morning, reading, journaling, stretching, doing that yoga, okay? Staying limber. So one day you're not an old man, you walk down the stairs and you go timber. Bars. Keep up, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You feel good. You look good. You feel good. Gave myself a little haircut. Yeah, I'm doing this shit myself. I'm a one-stop shop. Take care of myself, all right? We're feeling good, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the podcast. We got to put the plug in because guess what? I've given this podcast a year and a half of no advertising. I at least got to plug the podcast. We got to grow before I sell out completely, all right? Before this shit ends up on MTV3 and I'm just doing fucking reads for Rob Dyrdek. Fucking ridiculousness, all right? Till I get canceled like fucking, who's the lady that wrote Harry Potter? J.K. Rowling in her grave right now because she's canceled. Might as well be dead. All right. Dude, I loved Harry Potter. Loved it. Loved everything about it. The theme song to Harry Potter gets my willy tingling. All right. Gets my willy tingling. Like when it hits that, you're in the theater. You just got through all the previews. And then all of a sudden, the screen, it gets dark. And you see some clouds and shit. And then in the distance, you just hear. Broomstick just comes through the fucking sky down into some little bullshit Pleasantville neighborhood. Fucking owl in the distance. You know, and then we pull up to Harry Potter's window. He's just looking like a fucking Kyle staring out the fucking window, ready to fuck up his stepdad. You know, Harry Potter is based completely on just a white kid in the suburbs. Okay, we think it's magical because it was in fucking Europe. Okay, It was so magical. I really think that's part of the allure to what Harry Potter was, is the fact that it took place in a faraway, distant land where they talked like this. And for some reason, we just listen to anything anyone says because of their accent. Okay? We just, like, you want to hear your statistics from a sound like that. You know what? You want somebody to narrate Planet Earth. You either want two things going on. You either want some European old man to narrate Planet Earth, or you want Snoop Dogg. There's no in the middle. There's no, well, right there, we have a fucking alligator, and he's about to fucking eat that piece of shit. No. You want to hear, and he must hunt to provide if he wants to make it through the summer. I love how they always give kind of human emotions to the animal. And they're like, the mother lion is ready to die to protect her young. But then, like, it just, you know, that's not the case. It's like, oh, but like if it was reality, it would be like, but I have to put an asterisk next to that. Because if the mother lion does get hungry, she will eat her cub. It'll be a cub sandwich, okay? BLT, bacon, lion, and tomato. Thank you. Have a good night. That would be the reality of it. I just trust people more when they start talking like that. Yes, yes, yes. I'm like, well, obviously you just know more about this subject than me. Because that's what it was with Harry Potter, right? Like if it was just American kids, we wouldn't really think much of Harry Potter. I feel like, because it would be too relatable. It'd be too regular. The allure of what Harry Potter was the fact that it was this magical place. But could you imagine if we tried to recreate it in America? It wouldn't work. We would be like, oh, okay, they're just going to a school. It would be fucking High School Musical. And be like, okay, man. But since they were like, Leviosa, we were just like, this is fucking dope. They should have had one exchange student, right? From America. Just an American wizard. That's what I think. Kind of racist. Kind of offensive, don't you think? Maybe you guys should cancel that, woke people. Yeah, let's go after them. Let's go after Harry Potter. I literally remember the first place. Like, I remember watching Harry Potter and wanting that to be my life so bad. I just wanted to be in it. It was the first time I saw it, I believe it was my 13th birthday. My 13th birthday, we went to the movie theater to watch Harry Potter, and it blew my fucking 13-year-old dick in the dirt. I remember being like, life will never be the same now that I know about the Sorcerer's Stone in this place where you could be a fucking wizard. All I wanted to do was be a wizard. You best believe I went home, even as a 13-year-old, I'm not ashamed to admit it, and fucking got a stick from the backyard and been like, God Leviosa, expecto patronus. You know, I was trying to do all that shit. Then when those jelly beans came out, I was eating them. Dude, I remember I went to Christmas at my grandpa's, and one of my cousins got a pack of the jelly beans. The, like, taste changing, like they all had different flavors. Ugh, I still get sick thinking about it. But one of the jelly beans was like sardines flavor. And it was the grossest thing I've ever put in my mouth. The texture, I'm a texture guy. I like a little bit of crunch with my sweetness. But for some reason, you put an anchovy flavor in a jelly bean, go fuck your mother. All right? Whoever invented that, find your mother, go fuck her. Because, no, I don't. I don't like it. But we should for sure cancel Harry Potter. Dude, why am I saying for sure cancel Harry Potter? J.K. Rowling's is already canceled. They already cut the snake's head off. You know, that's how you take out Harry Potter. You make sure the writer who worked so hard and made so many people's childhoods perfect and amazing, giving them wanderlust. I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. Wonder about lust. Or wander into lust. They had to get weird. In the Chamber of Secrets, right? He's like, shh, 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 shh. This is just our secret down in this chamber, all right? Yeah. I always loved the story about J.K. Rowling, how she was writing the Harry Potter books on like napkins at fast food restaurants. You love to hear a good story like that about how someone believed so much in it and they just were getting no got a reward for it, but they just stuck to it and they dedicated everything to it, and it pays off. It's sad to think about is how many people's story just got shut down like that. And it also shows how stupid some people are. The fact that she was shopping around Harry Potter for years and no one would pick it up. But whenever anybody reads Harry Potter, they're like, okay, I get it. This book is phenomenal. You even read the first one, it's amazing. But to have so many publishers and book companies be like, nah, it's stupid. We don't want wizard shit. And then, like, how many people get shut down? That's why I always think, even with stand-up music artists, everything like that, you can't listen to fucking agents and managers and these people who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. It's less in stand-up because you're the king of the castle at the end of the day. You're the one telling jokes, writing the jokes. You don't have someone being like, well, we need your songs to sound like this right now. This is what is working. We're going to get you a song with Doja Cat. I'd be like, what the fuck is a Doja Cat? All right. They're like, you need to make your songs 15-second longs for TikTok. Okay. That's what you should be going for. J.K. Rowling, rest in peace. You know what? I actually blame Harry Potter for the current cancel culture. If I got to be real with you guys, think about it. We have an entire generation raised on Harry Potter and he who should not be named. Forbidden words, because it told us that words were spells, that if you say the wrong things, you're casting a spell. Because that's what cancel culture is. You can't say the fucking words. Unforgivable curses. If they come out of your mouth, how dare you? Use the wrong pronoun or forbidden word, and they act like they're a dementor, like being sucked off by a dementor. Just like, how could you call me Latin when I'm Latinx? A word that was made up by the internet 5 minutes ago. As someone who identifies as a Puerto Rican, 51% of it flowing through my veins, don't ever call me Latinx. Ever. The only people who can call me a Latinx are some hoes in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you guys doing tonight, huh? Corny jokes. How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I blame Harry Potter for it. They just come out. That's what Twitter is. They come out and they're just like, expecto, you're canceled, though. These people are Dumbledore. Hey, how you guys doing, huh? Just letting those stupid Harry Potter puns just slither in. I can't be stopped, ladies and gentlemen. Dropping bombs on you. I meant to say bars, but we had bombs. It works because I'm bombing right now. Speaking of bombing, Obama having a huge party at his house. Shame on you, Obama. You know what's crazy? I do feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I do. Because you see things that are so obvious and blatant with politicians and everything like that, but no one even does anything about it. Like, no one sees hypocrisy in anything people are doing. And I'm not trying to get fired up today. We're not going to get fired up. Did I want to talk about Obama? No, we're not going to talk about Obama. I always liked the guy from the surface level. Did he spend way too much money and not really do a lot of change or hope? Yeah, but he seemed like a nice guy. Had a cool dog in the White House. Had some great, he could have been a comedian. For sure, Obama could have been a comedian. A lot of people, I think politicians are like a step away from being a comedian. Like the way you have to rile up a crowd. They just go out there and they get them pumped up, get them excited, make them feel something. Obama had great delivery, great timing. I think that's something about it, is the repetition. Being a politician, you got to know when to pause. And he was the best at it. That's something I'm learning the more I do stand-up, is if you talk too fast, if you're panicked, if you're trying to rush through your set, you don't hold the people under your timing, under a spell, to keep it with the Harry Potter. You don't hold them under the spell. But if you can slow down what you're saying, you get everybody in the room to, first off, make you think that you're just making it up on the spot, but you get them to hang on to every word. And also, when the sentence is over. Isn't that kind of crazy? You can just do that with your inflection. You can just make people think that the sentence is over. It's a great way to talk. That's the worst, is when people think the sentence is over. The worst is actually when the sentence is over and the punchline has been said and no one reacts to it. And then you're like, and that was the joke. Do. Shitty jokes. Speaking of shitty jokes, Andrew Cuomo, more like Andrew Cuomo, am I right? I think that is his name, Andrew Cuomo. We're just keeping it political for a second. He resigned, the governor of New York. I think that's his name, right? Is it Cuomo? Yeah, he has the brother. He resigns. Him resigning right now is just a fancy way of saying he was about to get impeached. Doing some weird shit, but also, again, the whole feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Oh, we're surprised that a politician is a shitty person that was abusing their power. Oh, that's what you're telling me? Crazy. The funniest thing, and this isn't really funny, all right? This isn't really funny, but it's funny. But he said in an interview, I'm not a pervert. I'm Italian, eh? Like he thinks, and you know what the fucked up part is? As bad as it sounds, I get what he's trying to say. I get it. Not justifying it, but he's trying to say that because he's Italian, hey, it's my culture to try to, hey, I try to get under the dress. I chase you around like Mario. Hey, where you going? Hey, I hired you for a reason. That's Andrew Cuomo running around political parties, trying to corner women like they're fucking magic mushrooms in Mario. Hey, I jump over here, boink. And then when he gets it, he gets a little too much cocaine in him, and it's like the star. He's like chasing interns and shit around political parties, cornering them in the bathroom. Hey, what you think of this? Oh man, we're gonna get canceled for that one. Remember, it's Wednesday. We can't get canceled on Wednesdays, never. So wait till tomorrow. Obviously, he's a piece of shit. I don't support anything he does. But the fact that saying he's Italian, no, I'm not perverted. I'm Italian. That has to be made into a shirt. Okay? That's like when people say, I'm not yelling, I'm just Latina or Latinx. Miss me with that Latinx bullshit. Okay? You call me a Puerto Rican. I don't cook this good, and I don't dance this good. My hips don't have this much the rhythm. Get me all fired up. This much rhythm to be grouped into a Latinx. You acknowledge these Puerto Rican hips, okay? It's just the hips. I don't have a big booty. I got little cupcakes, okay? It is what it is. And that gene just missed me. Maybe that's a white side of me. I don't know, okay? Maybe my booty is Latinx. Because that's some white ass shit. Like, that's what's weird about all this. What? Never mind. We're going to stick with this. Perverted Italian. It's a weird thing to justify. That's just the way I am. I get a little hands, yeah. But it kind of makes sense. Like when you say it. I'm just a touchy-feely kind of person. Hey, maybe read the room a little bit. Hey, it's not date rape. It's DiGiorno, huh? Oh, that was the one. That was the nail in the coffin, huh? But you got to read the room. How are you going to be in a political... Like, how? That's some shit that people got away with before cameras, before phones, all that weird shit, before the internet. And that's one thing that's good about it. because I might joke a lot, and they're going to cut this out of the podcast when they try to cancel me. I joke a lot about equality and people being inclusive and just how silly people are at canceling. I think a lot of it is good. I would say if it was 100%, about 70% of the reason people try to cancel people for is complete horseshit. It's complete woke virtue signaling, doesn't make a real difference. It's the truth. I think 30% of it is great. 30% of it. Getting rid of some real piece of shits like Harvey Weinstein, getting rid of Cuomo. Great. If he's cornering women and abusing his power, fuck him. Fuck that Italian Mario. Hey, where you going? You know? Italian harassment stallion. Hey, he said it, not me. And I love the Italians. I love the Italians. My girl's Italian. Italian? Huh? Make me a little pasta. Huh? I love it. I love it. It's almost weird that you can't be racist towards any kind of white people. It's the weirdest shit ever because you can. It is racist. It's stereotyping. On paper, it's the same exact objective blueprint. We put it through, but for some reason, we live in a crazy world where it just doesn't work. No, you can't. Everybody on fucking St. Paddy's Day looking at Irish people. Hey, top of the morning to you, huh? Sorry, my voice was still stuck in the Mario impression, and it just went there rather than going Irish. Everything else is cultural appropriation, except for fucking Ireland. No one gives a shit about that. All bets are off. All bets are off on fucking St. Paddy's Day. Everybody's Irish. But see, I can't be like, Italian, you know, some pasta. I can't do that with Chinese food now. Not in this climate. You can't even get me to be like, oh, egg roll. See, right there. You're canceled. You're canceled. Put me next to J.K. Rowling, okay? It's a weird world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. But before I lose the point, I think there is 30%. 30% might be being pretty fucking generous with how much of woke shit is actually making a difference. It just all goes into the surface level. It's like a house is on fire and all we keep doing as a society is mowing the lawn while the house is on fire just so it looks good for when the firefighters show up. That's what I would say 90%. We'll go with 90% of what woke culture is. It's just looking good. Hey, the house is falling apart. Cat's still in there screaming, but I got to mow this lawn so it at least looks good. That's what all these corporations do. That's what all this movement is. People moving a boulder. Get the fuck out of here. Italian. I'm not. Hey, you can't cancel me. I'm Italian. I got to get my own catchphrase like that. We'll work on that off podcast so you're not sitting here while I'm brainstorming. But I think it's great. I think it's good that he's getting taken down, you know, and being forced to resign. We need more of this. We need more of this. What we don't need more of is more fake shit. Smear campaigns, stuff like that. Trying to get rid of people's cultures. Dude, the greatest thing you can do is mix your culture, right? That's what America is. This is the greatest science experiment of all time. Blending all these cultures. We're a melting pot. And it's phenomenal. That's why we knock every other country's dick's food into the dirt. It's because we got it all, baby. We got it all. You walk through a fucking mall of America, you got it all. A little tour of the world right in there. All right? You go, listen, and this is why I think it's dope to go to other cultures and try their food and everything like that. But it's a one-take shake. All right? You go to Russia. It's great to experience the Russian culture, but I bet I could find some Russian food here. Not only that, I could find some Mexican food. I could find a Puerto Rican food. There's a goddamn Puerto Rican restaurant. I got 2 of them near me. That's what I do when I move to a new city. All right? Where are the Puerto Rican restaurants? Your boy needs his pasteles, okay? Found this great Boricua market, San Antonio. I'll make the drive, baby. I'll make the drive. Get my sofrito, some ají dulce peppers. Ugh. But America is the greatest. The idea of what America is the greatest. And this is why I always think we're so focused on our own world, our own backyard. It's almost like you're too close to the forest to see the trees. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm dropping bars today. I'm dropping bars on you. Too close to the forest to see the trees. We're so hyper-focused on what is going on in this woke shit that we don't realize how amazing even the idea of America is. I'm Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico is technically part of America. It's a commonwealth. But come on. I'm proud of being a Puerto Rican. I'm proud to be a goddamn American. You'll never get me to not respect the flag. People try to say if you know the flag stands for something else. No, it fucking doesn't. That is liberty. Remember, this is the country that fought for equal rights. This is the free country that abolished slavery. Did this country start off great? We had some issues, but this country started off separating from what was deemed it wasn't America. You know, we were tired of that shit. Off with the head, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to be our own thing. That's why we had the founding fathers. Fuck the Tea Party, you know what I'm saying? And it's an important thing to remember that. And it's important to look at other countries and to see what they have to deal with, what real communism is. And you're seeing this go on a lot on social media right now. I feel like it's so heated. It's so heated. And I think it's because the news they find a way to try to make people go against each other. Because if it bleeds, it leads, baby. If it bleeds, it leads. If it gets people fired up, that's what they want. They don't give a shit. Listen, Trump is gone, hiding, he who must not be named. He was the greatest thing for news, for the media. He brought their careers back, and now they're tanking. So what sells? Fear-mongering. We got to divide people. Now it's the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated, the Delta variant. It's just to get you riled up, get you scared. Make sure you're glued to it, because the longer you're watching, shit, that's money in the bank, baby. And I feel like it's dangerous because it erodes I don't even need to talk about the country. It erodes the country, but it erodes a foundation from within. Because it's like my hometown. I love it. Palmdale, the Antelope Valley, Quartz Hill, Lancaster. Shit, I'll even shout out Little Rock. You weird freaks out there. Roseman, all right, you're kind of a stepchild of the Antelope Valley. But I loved growing up there. I always loved growing up in a hard, I'm glad that I grew up somewhere that was kind of tough. Tough in the sense of there was crime, there was poverty. But it was a good place to be raised. And at the time when my parents wanted to live there, it was a good place to raise a family. But then what happens is there was politicians that got in. And they decided we're going to build a prison. So the current mayor or whatever at that time goes, yeah, we're going to get so much, because you get state money when you bring a state facility to your city. And while they're lining their pockets and they're making money, that money's not going back to the city. It's lining the politicians' pockets. While they're making that money, imagine a city as an oil field. You're sucking oil out of the foundation. Because what is that prison attracting? The crime. It's giving some jobs back to the city, but it's bringing crime, and it's bringing a different thing. It's an eyesore. But then the next politician comes in and he goes, hey, we have these programs available in the state where if we start moving the family of criminals into the neighborhoods surrounding the prison, we get benefits from the state. What do? they start doing the program, and it starts bringing in more money for the politicians. But again, it starts attracting a different kind of crowd, if you will. There's more crime. Crime keeps going up in the city. Now there's more gang problems, and it's sucking oil out of the foundation of the city. And then what's that doing? Well, it's driving a lot of people out because they're like, I don't want to raise my family here. Now there's less jobs, so it's bringing in more problems. And now it's starting to affect the schools. And then you're bringing the overall value of that place down. Just because these politicians that were only in it for themselves were sucking the oil out of the ground, to the point where there's some parts of my hometown where it's like, this place is gone. They're trying to do some good, it's gone. Okay? Then you have now a current situation where the hospitals are allowing Chinese citizens to come in and have their children in the hospital because it gives them dual citizenship. And the deal they made with China to do it, this is crazy that I'm even talking about this. It sounds like I'm a conspiracy theorist, but they made a deal with China to where all the buses in the city are now going to be built by China and shipped in. So now we're losing all those jobs and we're sucking more oil out. And the reasoning behind the mayor goes, hey, if they're not going to do it here, they're going to do it in another city. And, I want the hospital to get the money. So it's this weird justification, but in reality, who's making most of the money? The mayor. It's lining the politicians' pockets, taking away the jobs, and sucking the oil out of the foundation until it's just going to be a dried up, nothing with no resources. And that's what I think happens with the news channels, with politicians, with these agendas, where it gets people so angry, gets them riled up, and it helps the politicians, it helps these people with their agendas and their ideas and dividing people. It helps push through whatever they're focused on at that moment, whether it's a bill, whether it's vaccines, whether it's an election, but at what cost? And it's the cost of pulling the oil out of the foundation of our goddamn society. Bars, ladies and gentlemen. I'm dropping bars on you. Okay? And that's the reality of it. That's how I feel, at least, is that we're in a situation where I had to let go. I don't choose a side. I just focus on myself. And I try to just be good. I try to just discipline myself, do everything that I have to do. And that's why if you break it down to a molecular level, every single one of us, we're our own foundation. And we have to focus on making sure that we're doing things good for us. Make sure that the oil in your foundation is staying there good, because if you suck the oil out, you're going to have all these global warming problems and everything. And you're going to fuck up your system. You can't. You have to make sure yourself is good. And then you start making sure the people around you are good. And then you build up a strong foundation as a unit. And that's just what I try to do. And it's like, you feel like one person can't make a difference. But if we all just try to be a little bit better, we stretch, we eat some healthy food. I'm going to go fuck up some barbecue today, but hey, I earned it. All right. But I feel like that's how you make a difference. And that's what you can focus on. A lot of this stuff, when people get mad about this or about that, it's distractions from what you need to be focused on. And that's something that I fall victim to also. So I try to change my perspective a little bit on it and be like, I'm not going to let this shit get riled up. I don't get into arguments on the internet. I've been tempted to. Dude, I see some people posting stories and I want to, but I just go, hey, bless their heart. Bless their little fucking heart, And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you on that note. All right? I just want you guys to know. I love you guys so much. Everybody listens to this podcast. Everybody else, go fuck yourself. All right? Thank you for listening to this episode. If you haven't liked, comment, subscribe, go on YouTube, check it out. Subscribe on iTunes. Tell a friend about it. Put it on for a friend. Be like, hey, you might like this. And if you don't think they would like it, don't fucking play it for them. All right? Because they're not ready to get weird on a Wednesday. And that's okay. Maybe they'll come around one day. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you get through the week. Stretch tomorrow. Drink some water. All right? Maybe make some pasta. But don't fucking try to Cuomo any girls or guys, all right? Don't try to back them into a corner. Hey, where you going? Yahoo! That's my only Mario impression I got. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you Monday. And remember, no matter what, I love you.